Like I discussed in video 1, there have been so many different changes lately. There have been so many endings, so many sad endings, so many breakups. Couples breaking up and friendships breaking up and, jobs ending. And it's like almost everybody is going through the same thing. We're going through it collectively across the board. We are noticing people for who they really are. It's like we've had our blinkers on, like I said in the previous video, and we just couldn't see, or we wouldn't see what was right in front of us. But now everything is becoming clear. And I think that many, this maybe has nothing to do with the people that have left our lives, but instead of that, it's left room for other people to enter our lives. If you were in a group of people, for example, and, they were round with you all the time and they were running you down all the time you were with them, then they weren't your people. And the same with jobs. If you were in a job and you weren't happy in the job and you were always wondering whether you were going to keep your job or not, so maybe that meant there was another job coming for you because you couldn't carry on like that. And especially with relationships, so many bad relationships ending, people that you've actually loved or that we've loved have turned their back on us. And with love relationships, it can be quite hard and it can be quite tough, especially when staying in relationships for the sake of the kids or whatever, financial. But I will tell you that everybody is going through this. All the signs is collectively, it's going across the board, and what we need to do is keep grounded. Now, earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo, you're normally very grounded people anyway. You like to control what's going on around you, unfortunately, but you just can't control what's going on around you in this instant. You just have to control what's going on in here. And acknowledge those feelings, everyone. Acknowledge the sadness, acknowledge the thoughts, but just don't live there forever. Pull yourselves up, go out and connect with nature, push yourselves a little bit. And know that everything happens for a reason. And if people have left your life, then they weren't supposed to be in your life to start with. So Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo, I'm just going to pull one of these. Oh, that jumped at me, that angel card. Clear yourself. Look at that. That actually jumped at me. I think that meaning the angels have asked you to release any toxins. When somebody has left your life, or when the door is closed on you, don't keep banging down the door. You can't control it, okay? Somebody hurts you, the door, or slams the door on your face, leave the door closed. You might want to do the right thing and you might want to get them back, or you might want to sort it out. Sometimes it's closed for a reason, and I think the reason is because there's time to bring in good energy and good people and good situations in your life. If the door closes, leave it closed. And detach from these negative energies, from negative experiences. And, especially in relationships, when we're hurt in love relationships, and there have been an awful lot of breakups, the sadness turns into anger, and the anger stays there. And that's where we lower our frequencies. We need to keep our frequencies up, keep positive, keep upbeat. Just don't stay low, clear away any residue, anything left from previous relationships that were causing you harm. Now, let's see what's next. And we've had a bit of sun here today. I'm in the west coast of Ireland, and having a bit of sun here without rain is a miracle. It's been really, really bad, and everybody is feeling low. I don't know where you're all watching from, and I don't know who's watching. But I do hope that you're feeling a little bit better. And shield yourself here, okay? So this is Archangel, I think it's Archangel Michael. Well, I would call him for protection anyway. Keep yourselves grounded. Earth signs, you're brilliant at meditation and you're great at giving advice, but you need to mind yourselves as well. And if people are draining the life out you, keep the shield up. And like I said before with card 1, if the door closes, if you're starting to see somebody or you've left a relationship, leave the door closed, but clear yourself. And this is all about your 2 cards, clear yourself and shield yourself. It's about letting go of the negative energies. And if just for a moment you can just visualize a light in your solar plexus, in your stomach area, and if you can just visualize that light getting bigger and bigger and bigger and completely surrounding your auric field once a day, that's all it takes. Just acknowledge that you need to protect yourself against any negative energies. Now, I will shuffle these. Now, I'm not sure where these videos are going or why I'm even doing them. I just go with the flow. Up to a few years ago, I wouldn't even get my photograph taken, but I was guided by some amazing people to push myself, and here I am. Now, heart chakra, okay? So this is all to do with clearing. This week then you're going to be very low, an awful lot of you. You're feeling very low, you're feeling kind of like under attack. And the worst thing about Capricorns is that sometimes when you get like this, it's like you're naturally on a negative ebb and you stay there. It's important that you look at the positive pictures, the positive, signs. There are people in this world who will do their best to, pull themselves up after heartbreak. But you see, sometimes we need to acknowledge that we have a broken heart. The heart chakra is the energy center located, here, right by your heart. And this is your energy center connected with how you feel about being in love, how you feel about being loved. And many a time when we've been hurt in love, we are afraid, just afraid to open our hearts again or to let anyone in. And I know that myself from my own experience, it's very hard to trust again, to allow somebody in completely. But what we have to do, and I've had to do this myself recently, is clear our heart chakras. And if we don't clear our heart chakras, what can happen is that we can, maybe not even knowingly, but we can push away the chance for real love. And I don't mean just romance, I mean every aspect of our lives. So what you need to do is just recognize that your hearts have been broken and there has to be a bit of healing. It's like you have a guard up around your heart and you're not allowing love in. So if somebody decent comes along after a messy breakup, you're automatically going to think no. And the other side of the coin as well is that a lot of people, they go from one relationship to the next, because they can't be on their own. But every relationship is like a clone of the last because they haven't had a chance to clear their hearts. So I always tell people to give themselves, a few months before jumping into another relationship. So there are some, like myself, who don't go near anyone for like years, and then there are some who go from one relationship to the next. Earth signs, you need to heal your heart chakra, okay? Now, I hope that has resonated with a few of you. I will be doing a few of these tarot cards now, because I like to mix things up. And please, subscribe if you like the video. I don't know where you are or whatever, whoever is watching. And I really hope that you enjoy the videos. Now this is going to carry you through from Monday until Wednesday this week. So Monday the 12th until Wednesday. Money issues. Okay, money is very tight for an awful lot of people. I know that. And we're worrying about back to school as well as feeling low anyway, because we haven't had much of a summer. The money you need will come back. There's also a lot of people trying to find the money for colleges, etc. Now with you normally, earth signs, you already have all this under control, but there's an awful lot of people who don't. But do know that the money that you need will come. You just have to trust yourselves, okay? You've asked for it and it will come. You manage every year, you've managed before. And for those of you who are suddenly going off into college, into the big world, enjoy it. Life goes by quickly, and thankfully you have the opportunity to do these things, go off to college. There's some people who just never did. So just enjoy the life that you have. And I know some people are just coming back from trips, and some people are, look at here, what we have here is a trip across the water. This is coming back. You thought this would be a break, or you've had a break, but you've been carrying your souls with you. And what I see here is that you've been thinking non-stop. So even though you could have been in Portugal, Gran Canaria, or wherever, you've been carrying all your thoughts with you, as thoughts are to do with the mind. And you have been it's like being on holiday, but not being on holiday. When everybody needs a break, we all need a break, and we all need to mind ourselves. And even though you're very, very nurturing, you know, a lot of you are nurturing, but because you haven't been able to fix everything, you've been thinking about it constantly. So it's time now really to clear away, you know, the past, and clear away the negative thoughts that are going on and on your head, the worrying constantly. And I would also put this to any relationships as well, love relationships. You're overthinking and you're overanalyzing. You know, don't overthink so much. If there's nothing wrong, well, you don't have to make it out. You don't have to make something out of nothing. If there's nothing wrong in your love life, then leave it alone. Just because I come on here and I say, oh, you know, if you're in a bad relationship, if somebody runs you down, leave. I'm not telling you to leave. This is for people who are still in, you know, who are stuck in bad situations. But with you earth signs, you tend to overthink, overanalyze, and maybe even convince yourselves that things are bad. They're not bad, they're just out of your control. Oh no, I did. So we've had money issues will be resolved. So by Friday, you should have an answer to the question, any questions regarding money. And stop thinking too far forward, okay? You got the Ace of Swords for the weekend. Aces are all about beginnings. Now, like I discussed earlier on, and maybe in video 1 of this week, with aces, what we have here are new beginnings. When things end, it gives opportunity for things to begin. So once you cut the cords with the past relationships, with the past jobs, with the past hurts in your life, then and only then can you make room for new things to come into your life. And here you have the perfect opportunity, Ace of Swords, new ideas, new job opportunities, but keep your frequencies uplifted. Okay, like I have, you can see a bit here. This is the tree of life. I know you can't really see it, but the roots are grounded. Once you're grounded, everything else will become grounded as well. And for those of you, just kind of like look after your health. A lot of us need a bit of vitamins, need a bit of a kick, and then really that's what you need. You know, a few vitamins. And I just have the need. Well, one card kind of jumped there to pull a card here. And the Emperor. And that card actually sums up a lot of earth signs. Sometimes we are put in control of, you know, businesses, of shops, of our families even, you know, our communities. We've given a trusted role. And we find that sometimes it's too much of a, you know, a responsibility. Now, I know you're always thinking, but it's time now just to let somebody else help you. Reach out for help. That's what I'm getting here. I'm getting it really strongly. You need to heal and you need to move forward with your lives. And you need to learn the word no, Capricorns, okay? Sometimes you say, okay, just for peace. There's no, you know, sometimes you allow people to walk all over you just for peace. No, no, no. You learn the word no. Learn to say no, learn to stand up to people and take responsibility. This is about you taking responsibility for your life and shouldering the burden. You don't allow anyone to run you down. And I don't care if that's your mum, your dad, you know, your brothers, your sisters, your partner, whoever. You let nobody run you down. You just keep yourselves grounded, but take a little bit of control back. And I'm feeling here with anyone, you know, and I don't know why, but I'm just feeling that somebody here who is watching now has been feeling lower than low. You know, they've let themselves go so far down, they're finding it hard to pull themselves up. And I just want you to know that there are so many of you in the same boat. and that you will get through this. You just have to make the step. So all of you, make tomorrow your day. Make tomorrow count. Wake up in the morning, and, ground yourselves first of all, protect yourselves, and start to make, each day matter. And it will. Just push yourselves a little bit. Sometimes we get into the habit of bad things happening, so we kind of go on to this spiral of everything bad happening. And we almost expect it. And of course that's lowering our frequencies, and we're all about raising frequencies. Stick on a bit of loud music, dance, do whatever, bang a drum. Whatever you have to do to liven your spirit, and to do it. I love making my own little wishing bottles, and I have a drum and I bash it away there, or I have a happy list, on my Apple Music there, and I sometimes dance around the sitting room like a lunatic to cheer myself up, but it works. It actually works. It stops me from going down, because we all feel it. And anyone suffering with depression, recognize it. Please, please, please take my advice and do the smallest little thing to raise your frequencies. If you find yourself thinking, like I always say to everyone, recognize the thought, but don't follow the feelings. And if you have to think about good things. Think about the people around you who love you, who deserve you, your families, your kids, And think about the friends who have been there for you. And don't be listening to other people either. Think, take your own measure of people as well. That's the other thing you tend to do. You listen to other people when it comes to, judging people. You judge people for yourselves, and you don't listen to other people. And remember, you are responsible for your life. You are responsible for your energy. You are responsible yourself for everything that happens in your world. So if you're responsible and you have you can decide whether it's a good life or a bad life, cut away the people who bring you down and run you down, and keep with you the positive people. So that was me waffling on a lot about earth signs. Now I will do the fire signs. I'll just put these together again. Fire signs: Sagittarius, Leo, the nurturing Leo, and Aries. So we all know that the fire signs are renowned for jumping in, getting into trouble. They never think before they act, and that's where the trouble can be. And you don't want to be on the wrong side of a fire sign, especially now. But I will tell you that I do have a few friends who are fire signs, and I would be completely lost without them. There is such a good side to them as well. But I'm a Gemini, so I know who I'm compatible with and who I'm not. So fire signs. This is your reading from Monday the 11th. So Monday the 11th to Monday the 18th. So this will carry you through till Wednesday. Okay? Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, third eye chakra. Now your third eye is your energy center connected with your spirituality, but it's also to do with seeing the truth. And as I've discussed, that many of us haven't been able to see the truth for some time, have we? We've been looking at people through rose-tinted glasses and situations through rose-tinted glasses, and especially love relationships. Now I do know with fire signs that you're not going to take anything lying down and you're going to jump in. But what you need to do now is ground yourself like all the other signs, meditate. And if you're spiritual, which I know you are because you'll be watching this, is that you need to activate your third eye, look at the truth and realize it. You're going to keep getting lessons until you learn from it. Staying up all night, messaging and, watching mad videos and sitting there procrastinating, listening to love songs, getting into these ruts and not being able to get out of them. it's not going to do you any favours, especially when you're up and about the next day and people annoy you. You're just going to jump down their throats. So really it's about grounding yourselves, not overreacting or not reacting at all, responding. What I always say to people is don't react, respond. Okay? So with your third eye, what you have to do here is just completely connect to the spiritual side of yourselves. Now, third eye chakra, let's see what you've got. So you're going to be feeling a little bit tired as well, and you're going to be sitting in a corner somewhere listening to soppy songs, you know, but you've got to really now, you've got a chance to heal as well and not to react. So if somebody comes up to you in the next few days, fire signs, this is especially now for Sagittarians. If somebody comes up to you in the next few days, just step back before you jump in, because you do get into trouble for jumping in without thinking, and that's where the trouble is. Your next card, Wednesday through to Friday, is visualize success. Focus on the positives, people, not the negatives. Just because I know we've had a lot of endings and a lot of changes, a lot of sad things have happened, you know, to you as well. But you need to now focus on success. Remember that if you start to visualize good things in your life, good things will happen. If you focus on the bad things, you're going to get upset and you're going to get angry. So keep on going, okay? Keep going and visualize success. Like, I don't know, a lot of you watching here, well, a lot won't, because I don't know who's going to be watching, and I'm not even sure how these videos are going, but I do know that you all know I have these little wishing bottles, and at night I have everybody wishing for something good to happen in their lives. And then I have everybody wishing for something good for the world collectively, or the country, this country, Ireland collectively. So at the moment we have maybe 500 or 600 bottles in circulation, and that's over 500-600 people collectively changing the frequencies every night when they go to sleep. Before they go to sleep, they're making their wishes. Visualize success, wish for good things, visualize yourself happy. We were not put on this earth to be miserable, to be low, to be poor, to be struggling, or to be run down by anyone. We were put here to succeed. So take away fear. Don't be afraid. Stop being scared. You know, look forward instead of looking back. Take a chance. Focus on the things that can go right, not just the things that can go wrong. Now we'll just see what your third card will be. Aries. Now Aries, I am feeling here that you really have to bite your tongue. Even if you have to bite it off. If somebody disagrees with you, well, this happens, but just kind of be careful there. You got release, okay? So this week with all the signs, it's very much to do with releasing the negative energies, releasing anything bad that doesn't serve you anymore, letting it go. My nails are not done, so even I have spent a few days not really being well. A lot of you feel now like just sitting in a corner, curtain shut, in the dark, leave me alone. It's like very much the feel I'm getting is leave me alone. Release the past. Let go of the anger, let go of the hurt. If you carry anger towards somebody around with you, you can't be a spiritual person. You can't move forward in life if you're carrying that kind of hatred around with you. Let things go. You know, nobody in this world is perfect, but you know, don't go around angry all the time. There's just no point. There's no point. And if you're angry at an ex, time to cut that cord as well. Let the ex go and let the feelings go. You know, the anger, the resentment, the whatever they did, if they cheated on you, the trust issues, let it go. Let everything go, release. So spend this week releasing, letting things go. Aries, bite your tongue. Please bite your tongue. Leo, I do feel around you there is something going on family-wise, and it's probably, if you're worrying about money, back to school, because Leos, you are very extremely money orientated. Oh, not money, that's terrible. Not money orientated. You're very family orientated. Family orientated. If you've got money issues, know that it will be sorted. You will always get what you need. Now there's a lot of GF energies. This is the Divine Feminine. And this is actually what I was just feeling there. And I felt the need to pull one more angel card. So this is actually for Leos, the goddess energy. Tap into the Divine Feminine energies there. And that will help you to nurture your children, nurture your families. This is not just for Leo, it's Aries and Sagittarius as well. Embracing the nurturing side of yourselves. But you really have to just trust that you're able to sort anything out, and you will. Whatever's going on with the families, if you're worrying about back to school or sending them off to college or whatever the issue is, just know that you will, and you are well able to deal with this. Okay? Now I will grab the tarot cards. I just felt like I should do the videos in two. And I really hope they're good. I haven't got a clue though. I really don't know. Some people are natural at doing YouTube and stuff, and some people like me, it just takes a bit of time, but I think no more than the rest of us, I'm pushing past my comfort zone here. Let's have a look. 2 cards came out there. Oh my God, the Lovers. Wow. So those of you wanting a new relationship or waiting for a new relationship, fire signs, or not sure, this is the beginning of your week. So the beginning of your week is very fiery. I'm seeing a lot of red. I'm seeing a lot of passion there, and there can be a lot of passion. Okay, a lot of passion, a lot of romance, but passion, a lot of sexual energy as well. So you know, a relationship with loads of passion it's good, and it's okay. It's a natural, it's a natural. But if you have that passion with somebody that you've just met, just know that it's there for a reason. There's a lot of soul connections lately, and with the Lovers, that means that you've just met somebody and they're supposed to be in your lives. You've got balancing money. Be sure of keeping your money in balance. Don't be buying things that you don't need to buy. Money is definitely an issue, but it's coming in. Romance is coming in. It's almost like, because we have all been through the last while of changes, things have happened that we don't normally like to happen or expect to happen or want to happen. They are happening. Our lives have been turned upside down, and I know for me and for an awful lot of my friends this is the case. When our lives have been turned upside down for whatever reason, we don't know why. We do now know why. It's to clear away anything that wasn't, it's to make us move. I saw this quote on Facebook, and it said, what did it say? You were getting too comfortable. This had to happen because you wouldn't have moved. You were getting too comfortable. Sometimes we need a little bit of a push, and lately, my God, have we had more than a push. We've been shoved left, right and centre. It's like our lives have been the little pieces on a Monopoly board, and they've just been thrown in the air and they're scattered everywhere. But it's for you now to recognise the signs and know that new love is actually imminent in your life. It is coming into your life, and money will be sorted out. You've got juggling a bit of money there, but it will balance out. Things do balance if you try. But sitting there getting worked up about it and worrying about it. I'm also feeling those who are wondering about property. There is property, whether it's for their own healing work. There is something coming up as well, and they're going to hear something this week as well, or it's something very, very new coming up. Things are not quite balanced, but pretty soon people will start to feel a little bit more grounded, and things will balance. Everything will balance. So really for this week, fire signs, bite the tongue. Know that the money you need will come. No more panicking. No more sitting there listening to soppy songs all night and, wishing your life away. Get out there and live. There's no point. I did it myself for over 10 years. I just hid away and now I don't do that anymore. I refuse to do that. Don't stay in the past. Don't stay in the bad relationships. Don't stay, even if you've left the relationship but the cords are still there, cut the cords and heal yourselves. And things will begin to look better and feel better very soon. Now, I really hope that you've enjoyed this week's video, and all going well, I will be back next week for another video. And I wish you all a good week, and I hope that you've enjoyed today. So, goodbye now, and God bless.